Well, ladies and gentlemen, after an amazing night of title matches and competitions, we finally reached the main match we've been looking forward to all night, and that is the HCW International Title matchup. Our main event for HCW Dark Harvest Day of Reckoning, and there he is, Truman De Luna, who has gone under somewhat of a characteristic change. Whether he stays true to that, I have no idea. After all, he is a De Luna, so there is no tone with this man. But when it comes to his quest for validation and his quest for the HCW International title, I can't help but to potentially root for this man. I mean, after all, if you're asking me to pick between Truman De Luna and the Bishop of Carnage, I mean, at the end of the day, I gotta root for the underdog here. I gotta root for, the Slumdog Millionaire story. I gotta root for Rocky here. I gotta root for Truman De Luna, as crazy as it sounds. It's a very big opportunity for Truman De Luna. Only, I believe, his second singles contest, and it's for the HCW International Championship. But he has one tall task ahead of him when it comes to getting his first piece of gold here in Haybar Championship Wrestling. And that task in front of him is one of the most decorated competitors in Haybar Championship Wrestling history, and that is the Bishop. A man who, outside of one title, that being the HCW social media title, has won every single championship that this company has to offer. And there he is, the international champion. Don't let your eyes deceive you, folks. Bad Guy is not the social media champion, and Black Savage is not the world heavyweight champion. That's stolen property that they took from the establishment earlier tonight. As we saw after Black Savage got the sneaky win over the world champion Eclipse in non-title action, Bad Guy quickly grabbed the HCW World Heavyweight Championship and put it on the shoulders of Black Savage. And then during Aaron Black's HCW social media title defense against Chris Preston, he made his way out to the ringside area and forcibly took the HCW social media title from the commentary desk area where Uncle John Carnation and Miss Sarah Sunshine preside. But be that as it may, let's take it up to Miss Sarah Sunshine for our ring introductions. Oh, wait a minute. I thought we was going to... Never mind, folks. I thought we was going to have ring introductions, but Truman performed the one Cardinal Sin. And wait a minute. Oh, baby. I was about to say he performed the one thing you do not do, and that's turn your back on your opponent. And Bishop was going to try to teach him a lesson, but Truman De Luna, whoa, showing his power, that raw power that he has. And just flinging Bishop all around this ring. Carnage. They provide the distraction. The distraction was well. And now Bishop, sidewalk slam to the challenger. And this may be a quick one, folks. This may be a quick title defense for Bishop if this keeps going this way. After all, that's what you have to deal with when it comes to Carnage. They consistently have the numbers game. We saw it earlier tonight with the Establishment's Eclipse. We saw it with the Heartbreakers during the tag team title match, and we're seeing it right now with this international title main event between the Bishop and Truman De Luna. Conspicuous by their absence is the tag team champions of Carnage, Kip Havoc and the Sandman Damian Gray. I don't know where they're at, and I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. And it'd almost be a better scenario if they was out here at ringside. But I can only think with Matthew De Luna's absence. I know he had that brutal war earlier in the night with Leslie Lorenzo. Come on. Once again, distractions being provided, and the hounds known as Carnage on the attack. And now Bishop, here he comes. Oh, clothesline in the corner. But I'd almost for some strange reason, feel better if Kip Havoc and the Sandman were at ringside, because at least we know where they'd be at. At least we would have eyes on them. In this scenario, I can't help but to think that with Matthew DeLuna not being at ringside, have Kip Havoc and the Sandman neutralized another member of the DeLuna clan? Have they neutralized the HCW Hardcore Champion Matthew DeLuna? I mean, they have the numbers to do it. They have the numbers to have the advantage here at ringside and backstage. And once again, Bishop now distracting the referee, and Carnage getting involved once again. Acting like he didn't do anything. We saw it. We got the proof of it. But unfortunately, referee can't call what he can't see. He can't eject Carnage for just standing there if that's all he sees. As Bishop now just complete dominance over his challenger for the HCW International title, Truman DeLuna. As Bishop just and Truman's had enough. Oh, there goes the Bishop, and now Truman returning in kind. And times 10, times 100 with them body shots in the corner. And boom, oh my word. Bishop got turned inside out with that clothesline. And now Truman's sending him off the ropes again. And does it again. That raw power, that untapped potential right there. That's only going to get scarier and scarier as the more Truman gets in the ring. And now sends the Bishop off again. Oh, Bishop tried dunking that clothesline, but he couldn't escape Truman at all. Full Nelson slam. And only a 2 count. And that's what it's going to take for Truman DeLuna. He's got to use that raw power, and he's going to have to use some quick offense to put Bishop away. Cannot give Carnage any time to interfere. I know he likes using that spear. He likes having the setup for it. He likes hopping himself up for it. But he maybe can't rely on the spear tonight with these jackals at ringside known as Carnage. As Truman DeLuna is now on top in this HCW International title main event. Targeting that leg of the Bishop and dropping down on the leg of the Bishop. As Truman now stalking his prey a little. I'd stay on the offense, young man. And that's what he's doing right now. He's staying on the offense, staying on that leg. And this is a true matchup of experience and wrestling skill versus youthfulness and raw power. Because that's what Truman has on his side. He has the youthfulness and he has raw power behind him. High impact maneuvers. But Bishop, he's got that experience. He is by far the veteran in this contest between him and Truman. Bishop, he's been there, done that. Like I said, held every single title HCW has to offer outside the social media title. So Bishop knows how to be a champion, knows how to successfully retain the championships. He knows how to do it. He's done it for a majority of his career here in Haybar Championship Wrestling. It's Truman DeLuna. He's psyching himself up here. I think he's going to try to line Bishop up for the spear. No, he decides against it. He's going back on the attack now of the Bishop. And we got a camel clutch here. Camel clutch applied to the Bishop. Is the Bishop going to tap out? Is the Bishop going to give? Truman just using that weight advantage, using all of his weight, just leaning back, rearing back on Bishop. Going to try to break the Bishop's back. Oh, and Bishop got out of it. Bishop got out of the camel clutch right there. And it seems this match is now back on even footing for the moment. And Bishop went for a shot, but Truman ducked it. And now, just boiling down to a hockey fight right there with the body shots. Wait a minute! Truman's got Bishop up! What's he going for here? Okay, 5! That's Bishop's move! That's Bishop's move! Oh, but Bishop got out! Bishop got the shoulder up! Whoo! What a way! What a way Truman would have won that matchup if he would have taken the HCW International title despite the disadvantage with the numbers game at ringside, with Bishop's own move, the K5. A move that has put many men away in this cup. Oh, and Bishop returns one in kind. Hits the spear on Truman. Is that going to be it? No! Bishop tried to return the favor by hitting Truman De Luna's signature spear. But Truman kicked out. And Bishop now arguing with the official. Bishop believes this one should be put away, but it's not, folks. And Bishop now lining Truman up. Truman on that. Oh, and a spear again. This time with that little Bishop oomph. 1, 2. No! Truman kicked out again. Truman kicked out again. A second spear. This time Bishop got some momentum behind it, like he normally does. But Truman was able to kick out. Truman's got some fight in him, folks. As the crowd here in Prescott, Arkansas, and Bad Guy at ringside just in complete shock of these turn of events as the referee now initiating his count, which Bishop won't mind if neither one of them can make it to their feet, because then that means he'll retain the International Championship. But Bishop now pulling himself up to his feet. Truman's almost there. What a match we are seeing, folks. And now Truman telling him to bring it. Oh, I think Bishop's going to go for another spear. Oh, Truman! Truman with a spear of his own. Cuts Bishop in half. Cover that man. 1, 2. No. Bad Guy. Bad Guy was right there to put Bishop's feet on the rope. And our senior official, Todd, letting Truman know that Bishop had the foot on the rope. Wait, Bishop rolling Truman up. 1, 2. No! Dang it! Once again, the numbers game of carnage helps them prevail in a title matchup. Bishop has retained the HCW social media title tonight.